In the latest episode of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6, we're given a monumental shift in perspective. Much of the season so far has revolved around Ellie's journey of revenge against Abby for the death of Joel. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In today's video, we're diving deep into the emotional roller coaster that is The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6. This episode is a major turning point, with flashbacks that give us a closer look at the complicated relationship between Joel and Ellie. From childhood memories to heartbreaking confessions, we'll break down everything you need to know about this pivotal episode. So grab your controller, sit back, and let's unpack all the major moments and their significance in the story. Let's get into it. The power of flashbacks, the key to Joel and Ellie's relationship. Episode 6 opens with a flashback to 1983, showing a younger Joel and his brother Tommy, along with their father. This scene serves as a crucial piece of the puzzle when it comes to understanding Joel's character. It's a brief yet powerful moment that shows a different side of Joel, one before the harshness of the post-apocalyptic world took over his life. He's a young boy in a family dynamic that's far from perfect. Joel's fear that his father might hit him sets the tone for the episode. His father's admission that he sometimes does strike Joel while still claiming to be a better parent than his own father gives insight into the kind of man Joel's father was and how that shaped Joel's understanding of fatherhood. Joel's memories of his father linger, with him later repeating a similar sentiment in the episode's closing moments. After telling Ellie the truth about what happened in Salt Lake City, Joel expresses regret, acknowledging the mistakes he's made, but still wishing for Ellie to do better if she ever has children. This sentiment mirrors his father's earlier words, showing that Joel's upbringing has had a long-lasting impact on him. This flashback is more than just a glimpse into Joel's past. It's an exploration of his internal struggles. It explains some of his behaviors, why he's so protective of Ellie, and why, at times, he can be so emotionally distant. He doesn't want Ellie to endure the same mistakes, and he hopes she'll learn from his.
I want a motherfucking dinosaur!
Ellie's birthdays, a deeper look at their relationship. What follows is a series of flashbacks that span the years between The Last of Us Season 1 and Season 2. These are some of the most important moments in Joel and Ellie's relationship, shown through the lens of her birthdays. The first flashback occurs when Joel gives Ellie a guitar. It's a tender moment, one where Joel takes time to show Ellie something he clearly loves, and in doing so, he shares a bit of his own humanity with her. Ellie's later performance of Future Days in Episode 5, as she strums the guitar in the theater, is given a deeper emotional layer when we realize it was Joel who introduced her to that song. It's a reminder that in many ways, Joel became a father figure to her, shaping her life in ways she likely never fully understood until that moment. The second birthday flashback shows Joel taking Ellie to an abandoned museum. It's a brief reprieve from the harshness of their reality, where Joel allows Ellie to be a kid, even if just for a moment. The two of them explore a rocket ship display, and Joel even gives her a tape of a real rocket launch. Ellie, in turn, immerses herself in the experience, closing her eyes and imagining she's in space. It's one of the few instances in the series where we see Ellie truly allow herself to dream, to be something other than a survivor. The museum trip is a symbol of Joel's attempt to give Ellie something her world is lacking, a sense of wonder, even amidst the chaos. The tension of truth, the Eugene flashback, and the fallout. The third flashback takes us to a much darker moment in their relationship. Joel and Ellie are on patrol, and they discover a group that's been attacked by a horde of infected. Among the dead, they find Eugene, who's been bitten, but is still alive for the time being. He asks Joel to take him back to Jackson to say goodbye to his wife, Gail, but Joel refuses. Ellie, still young and naive in some ways, is devastated by the idea of leaving Eugene behind to turn, but Joel insists that they won't make it in time, even as Eugene begs. This moment of tension between them culminates with Joel's decision to shoot Eugene when Ellie steps away to fetch the horses. The impact of Eugene's death and Joel's handling of it leaves a significant scar on their relationship. Joel lies to Eugene's wife, Gail, about what happened, and Ellie, who's become more aware of Joel's tendency to shield her from the truth, tells her the real story. This not only angers Gail, but also marks the point where Ellie begins to distrust Joel. The two grow apart, with Ellie retreating into silence, unwilling to forgive Joel for his actions. It's a rift that carries over into the first episode of Season 2, where Ellie is still grappling with the fallout of this betrayal. This flashback scene serves as a turning point for Ellie and Joel, laying the foundation for the emotional distance that defines their relationship going forward. It also highlights Joel's deep need to control what Ellie knows, believing that shielding her from the truth is a way to protect her. But this protective instinct, while born out of love, is also damaging, preventing Ellie from ever fully understanding the truth of her past.
That was good, yeah?
The truth about Salt Lake City, Joel's confession. At long last, the episode gives us the revelation that fans have been waiting for. Joel's confession to Ellie about what happened in Salt Lake City. Since the end of Season 1, Ellie has been growing increasingly suspicious of Joel's story about the Fireflies, the events at the hospital, and the reason why she's the only immune person left. In Episode 6, Ellie confronts Joel, who's sitting on a porch after the events of the New Year's Eve dance. Ellie finally asks him the questions she's been carrying for so long. What really happened in Salt Lake City? In a heartbreaking moment, Joel admits the truth. He lied to her about the Fireflies, telling her that they found no cure for the infection, and that he saved her because he couldn't bear to lose her. Ellie, in turn, is devastated by the revelation. She tells Joel that she wants to forgive him, but she doesn't know if she can. It's a gut-wrenching moment filled with raw emotion as Ellie tries to make sense of the father figure she's trusted for so long, only to realize that he's been hiding a monumental secret from her. Unfortunately, before they can make amends, Joel is killed. The opportunity for Ellie to process the truth and possibly reconcile with Joel is taken from her, leaving her with a profound sense of loss and confusion.
Hey, no.
You get the hell out of here.
Ellie's escape from Lake Hill. What happens next? The episode ends by circling back to the present, following Ellie as she walks through the streets of Seattle and makes her way back to the theater after the violent encounter with Nora. In the game, Ellie's escape from the hospital is left largely to the imagination, with the narrative cutting straight to her arrival at the theater. Episode 6 offers us a glimpse of her return, though not much is revealed about the details of how she managed to escape the hospital while the WLF and Seraphites were hunting her. It's possible that the basement, filled with spores, gave Ellie some cover, allowing her to slip away unnoticed. Regardless, the episode leaves us with many questions about the exact nature of her escape, but it also sets the stage for the next phase of Ellie's journey.
That was my purpose. My life would have fucking mattered, but you took that from me.
Our nerdy thoughts. The events of The Last of Us. Season 2, Episode 6 are emotionally charged and deeply significant. Through the flashbacks, we gain a fuller picture of Joel and Ellie's relationship, and we see how their shared history has shaped their actions and motivations. The episode ends on a devastating note with Joel's death, but it also provides Ellie with the emotional closure she needed in many ways. The question now is how Ellie will move forward in a world that's grown even more complicated and dangerous, with the weight of both her past and Joel's actions weighing heavily on her heart. The journey ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear: Ellie's path is far from over. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 6. What did you think of those emotional flashbacks and the big reveal about Joel's past? Are you as devastated by the ending as we are? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the breakdown, and hit that subscribe button for more The Last of Us content and episode analysis. Until next time, stay safe and stay wild in the world of The Last of Us.